When you're in production in the animation industry, you are a necessary conduit of information and communication. Very frequently, we get bad news and we have to deliver it. Receiving bad news might look something like someone on your team isn't going to make their quota or that a key member of your crew is resigning. Delivering bad news might look like telling your team that the client hated the latest version of a certain sequence and has called for a complete redo. Both situations happen, and in a creative, high-pressured, deadline-oriented environment like animation, tempers can run high. In other words, the old adage, don't shoot the messenger, is especially relevant for us. For today's thought exercise, we're going to go over a couple ways that you can avoid shooting the messenger yourself. First up, we have Annie Duke, former international poker playing champion and author of many successful business books, including Thinking in Bets. She offers the following advice. A way to disentangle the message from the messenger is to imagine the message coming from a source we value much more or much less. If we hear an account from someone we like, imagine if someone we didn't like told us the same story, and vice versa. Essentially, Duke reminds us that the key part of don't shoot the messenger means, quote, don't disparage or ignore an idea just because you don't like who or where it came from. Whether the situation involves facts, ideas, beliefs, opinions, or predictions, the substance of the information has merit, or lack of merit, separate from where it came from. The accuracy of the statement should be evaluated independent of its source. Now, if you're watching this series, it's probably because you genuinely want to improve your work and have more tools in your toolbox for when the going gets tough. I'm not saying it's easy, and even I loathe to admit that don't shoot the messenger is probably something we all agree with on a good day, but what if it's 5 o'clock on a Friday and your delivery is tanking, or it's just been a really grueling week? Returning to the root of the issue, Duke reminds us that not shooting the messenger, at its core, is about valuing accuracy in the information you receive. Duke says, if we're going to improve our beliefs, we'll be better off if we include people and information sources we're likely to disagree with. Who better to raise the possibility that we're wrong and the reasons? We want accuracy in information because we want to overcome our blind spots. Related to this, Tasha Eurich, an organizational psychologist, researcher, and author of Insight, offers us 4 ways that we can overcome blind spots. These items in turn help us to resist shooting the messenger. These are, first, identify our assumptions. Second, confront our assumptions. Third, keep learning, especially in areas where we think we know a lot. And lastly, seek feedback from others. My own strategy for processing bad news is to take a minute. Remember, if you have time to respond, for goodness sakes, take the time. Sleep on it, eat a meal, talk to a peer for advice, anything to avoid responding rashly and in the heat of the moment. Passion in this industry is important, and we must remember that passion for our work in animation is separate from being arrogant or temperamental.